Crime and violence in Jamaica. You know, that is a very delicate topic for this channel. However, let's break it down, shall we? According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, crime is an illegal act for which someone can be punished by the government, especially a gross violation of law. But crime in Jamaica is a complex issue that has to be analyzed from the root. It stems from a myriad of factors ranging from poverty and parenting to the lack of perceived justice and trust in the government. The following are the biggest factors, in my opinion, that contributes to crimes that occurs in Jamaica. Welcome back to Elite Jamaica, the place you come to learn about Jamaica and Jamaicans. If it's your first time joining me here, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that red subscribe button, and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon so you never miss any of my updates. The first cause of crime and violence we're going to take a look at is poverty and unemployment. In my opinion, the primary reason for crime is the immense poverty in certain, or should I say, abandoned areas of the country. The sad truth is that there are still many Jamaicans living well below the poverty line, which means that some are not able to provide for themselves and therefore will seek other methods of surviving. The juxtaposition of a life of poverty with the life of the rich or middle class frequently portrayed on the television and in day-to-day life will inevitably cause those who feel sidelined tempted to take from those who deemed have. Remember the have versus the have not speech by Mr. Siaga. Poverty and unemployment also allow for young boys, from what I've observed, to be recruited into gangs in order to get money to provide for their families. Some will become trapped in the life of violence as the only means to put food on the table. Next, the justice system. Another problem in Jamaica that facilitates crime is the justice system. Each year, many cases are thrown out for lack of evidence or have been prolonged for years after the date of the crime till it affects the chance of a sound hearing. We simply do not have enough judges and courts to try all these cases that are being filed in a timely manner. There is also a perception that law enforcement has an element of corruption in it, which causes distrust between residents and the police forces. Corruption also causes many key witnesses to be scared to testify for fear of their livelihood and indeed lives afterwards. I believe that this environment causes criminals to conclude that even if they do get caught, the chances of them getting locked away is low, as the case may not be solved for years. Next, the not me mentality. Translation, the informer should die mentality. The overall chill and relaxed vibe in Jamaica unfortunately extends into a treatment of crime as well. The dominant attitude is that crime is not a personal issue, unless the crime is impacted a loved one.
So right now, if we live in this community, it's very risky.
Right now?
Right now, after the 2 years, without a done one in the place, very risky.
One of the root causes of crime and violence also is drug use. Outside of drug trafficking in the Caribbean in general and its inherent impact, it is worth noting that a considerable number of Jamaicans, men in particular, use weed, and excessively too, daily. One direct issue with that is that it impairs the regular functioning of the brain and, according to medical practitioners, may cause violent, irrational outbursts. Before I go, it should be worth noting that as with any other country, there are many causes for crime in Jamaica, and many are interconnected or related. It should be encouraging though to note that the majority of crimes are concentrated in the so-called inner city, depressed or garrison areas of the island, usually where lottery scamming is prevalent. For the most part, the rest of Jamaica is relatively safe. In fact, many of the more rural communities, such as Treasure Beach in St. Elizabeth, experience little to no crime over a sustained period of times. By the way, did you hear that Akompong, the Maroon village in Jamaica, did not record a murder for over 250 years? Crime in Jamaica is often sensationalized in the mass media as crimes similar in nature happen across the globe. That is not to say that we do not have serious issues, but simply to say that we shouldn't overlook the good that the amazing people of this wonderful country have done and continue to do. Just ask any visitor to the island, what makes Jamaica special and why do they continue to return? In most cases, they'll tell you, it's our people. I hope this answered some of your questions and I welcome your comments in the comment section below. If you want to discuss this further, you can join the Elite Jamaica WhatsApp group with a link provided down below. Until then, I am Alex. Thank you for joining me. Bless.